Hello and welcome back to Friday Minis. Now, when it comes to choosing passwords, there are a lot of things you need to think about. Today, I'm going to share with you my method of creating a password that appears like a random string. And of course, the advantage of doing this is to guard yourself against dictionary attacks. And to be honest, I've sort of debated whether I should share this because it's the technique I use for my own passwords. But hopefully, it's obscure enough for you to not be able to figure out my passwords. Of course, this doesn't address many other issues that are inherent in passwords, so mix and match this technique with the rest of the other techniques, which you can find out for yourself. Or if there's anything you're not sure about, leave a comment and I'll try to address it eventually. At any rate, here's how the technique works. Take a phrase or a line of song lyrics, and basically what you need to do is to extract every first letter from that string of text. String it all together and you have what looks like a more or less jumbled string of characters. Of course, you can take this further, you can include punctuation from the quote, and of course that will, increase the security of your password by having things like symbols. You can also strategically capitalize some of the letters you've chosen, and all these lends itself to making the password more secure. One thing you can do is you can append, some letters from the site name into the password itself to make the password both longer and also more random, because you don't want to use the same password for every site. That is insecure. So just a simple method to generate a password that looks like a random string of letters, but is in fact one you can easily remember. Of course, if you want to change things up, you can also use the first letter of every syllable, but be careful you are able to identify where all the syllables are, at least in a way you can remember. You can of course try mixing things up, get creative, and of course be careful not to choose a quote that people associate with you, because that kind of ruins things. I'm not saying this is the best way to generate a password, and obviously this should not override any other good practices when it comes to picking a good password, so think of this as just a technique to augment the rest of the password choosing techniques that you may have. Anyway, that's all there is for this episode of Friday Minis. This is just a fun little trick that you may find useful. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. You're watching 0612 TV. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, consider checking out the rest of my work on my channel. Alternatively, you may be interested in a playlist of all the other episodes of Friday Minis. If you'd like to show me some monetary support, I am on Patreon. You can find a link to my campaign in the video description. Of course, you can simply like this video or leave a comment. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I can. To keep in touch with my future uploads, do subscribe to this channel. And for even more updates, check out the official Twitter account for this channel at 0612TV. Thank you for your support.